Hello, my people. Welcome, and welcome back to another episode of Daily Mind Shifts with Minister Mike. My name is Michael Ujola for Mindset Transformation Africa, and I'm grateful for your presence here today. We're going to explore a topic that touches the very core of our drive, of our motivation, and our ultimate fulfillment. We're going to talk about passion. Not the fleeting, superficial kind, but the deep, enduring fire that sustains us through every challenge. In our modern world, we are constantly seeking validation. We post our achievements, our thoughts, our very lives online, often subconsciously waiting for the dictated nod of approval, the like, the share, the comment. We chase the applause, the recognition, the external affirmation that tells us we are doing well, but that we matter. And while there is nothing inherently wrong with appreciation, there is a subtle, insidious trap that is hidden within this pursuit. This, my friend, is called the validation trap. The problem is this: when your passion, your drive, your very sense of worth becomes dependent on external applause, it becomes fragile. It becomes a flickering flame, easily extinguished by criticism, indifference, or the simple absence of an audience. You become a performer, constantly seeking the spotlight, and the moment the light dim, your energy wanes. Your passion, which should be an internal furnace, becomes an external thermostat, constantly adjusting to the temperature of public opinion. This makes your passion not only fragile, but also unsustainable. It leads to burnout, disillusionment, and a profound sense of emptiness. Even when you achieve what you thought you wanted, it just looks unreal. It's like trying to power a magnificent engine with nothing but just a tiny sparks from a lighter. It might ignite for a moment, but it can never sustain the powerful drive needed for a long journey. So, today's Mind Shift is here to deliver you from that trap. It is a truth that can transform your relationship with your work, your purpose, and your very, very self. And the truth is this: passion deepens when effort connects to personal values instead of external applause. Your passion deepens when your effort connects to your personal values instead of external applause. True enduring passion is not fueled by what other people see. It is fueled by what you value. It is an inside-out phenomenon, not an outside-in reaction. It is the difference between building a sand castle that will be washed away by the tide and building a lighthouse that stands firm against the storm, guiding ships to safety. Let's differentiate between two very different kinds of passion. There is one called performative passion, and another is purposeful passion. Okay, performative passion is the kind that seeks the spotlight. It is loud, it is flashy, it is often driven by the desire to impress, to be seen, to gain approval. It thrives on immediate feedback, and it disappears under criticism. It is the firework, brilliant for a moment, then poof, it's gone. It is exhausting because it requires constant external input to maintain its energy. When you are operating from a performative passion, you are constantly looking over your shoulder, checking the audience, fearing criticism, and ultimately setting yourself up for burnout. Your energy is drained by the need to maintain an image rather than to create impact. You are, in essence, giving away your power to external forces and making your inner state dependent on the fickle nature of public opinion. Purposeful passion, on the other hand, is rooted in something far deeper. All right, it is quiet, it is resilient, and it possesses an unshakable confidence. It is fueled by an external compass, by a deep connection to your personal values. It is the heart fire, all right, warm, steady, and enduring, providing comfort and light regardless of who is watching. When you are operating from purposeful passion, you are not seeking applause, you are seeking alignment. You are not fearing criticism, you are learning from feedback, understanding that It is part of the growth process. Your energy is self-sustaining, right? Because it comes from a source that cannot be taken away by external circumstances. This is the difference between looking in a mirror and looking through a window. Are you constantly looking at yourself, seeking validation, or are you looking through the window at the impact you are making, the value you are creating, the world you are shaping? And this brings us to another profound truth, the power of personal values. Your personal values are your internal North Star. They are the non-negotiable principles that define who you are, what you stand for, and what truly matters to you. They are the bedrock of your being, the silent architect of your character. When your effort, your work, your creative expression is deeply rooted and deeply connected to these values, something magical happens. Your passion transforms from a fleeting emotion into an inexhaustible wellspring of energy. Why? Because when you are acting in alignment with your values, you are not just doing a task. You are expressing your authentic self. You are not just seeking a reward. You are a living truth. This connection provides energy. Even when the external rewards are absent, when the applause is silent, when the road is long and arduous, it provides the anchor that you can rely on. It is the difference between being motivated by a sugar rush and being sustained by deep, nourishing food. Your values provide that nourishment, that consistent fuel that keeps you going when everything else seems to falter. They are the quiet conviction that whispers, "This matters," even when the world is shouting otherwise. So, how do you practically apply this mind shift? How do we move from fragile dance of performative passion to the resilient strength of purposeful passion? Let me offer you what I call value alignment audit. It's a very simple yet powerful 3-step process. And the first step is that you identify your top 3 non-negotiable values. Take some time, perhaps after this podcast, to sit quietly and reflect. What are the principles that, if you were to compromise them, will make you feel like you've compromised your very soul? Is it integrity, authenticity, contribution, growth, compassion, freedom? Pick the 3 to 5 words that resonate most deeply with you. These are your anchors. These are the non-negotiables that will guide your decisions and fuel your passions. Write them down. Make them concrete. These are not just abstract ideas. They are the fundamental laws of your own personal universe. And number 2, you connect your current efforts to those values. Look at the work you are doing, the project you are pursuing, the relationships that you are nurturing. For each significant area of effort, you ask yourself, how does this connect to my top values? If you value contribution, how does your current project contribute to something larger than yourself or to the well-being of others? If you value growth, how is this effort helping you learn, expand your skills, or challenge your assumptions? If you value integrity, how does your approach to this task honestly, reflect ethical conduct or transparency? The clearer you can draw these lines of connection, the more deeply your passion will be rooted. If you find an area of effort that has no connection to your core values, that is a powerful signal. It might be an area where your passion is constantly flickering, where you feel drained rather than energized. It might even be that might lead to a time to reevaluate, to prone, to pivot. Don't be afraid to let go of what doesn't align with your core values. And number 3, you apply what I call the silence test. This is a crucial step for authenticating your passion. For any significant effort or project, you ask yourself, would I still do this if no one ever knew? Would I still pour my heart and soul into this if there was no external applause, no recognition, no reward, no one to see it but me? If the answer is a resounding yes, then you know your passion is rooted in your values. It is purposeful. It is authentic. It is the kind of passion that will sustain you through the long haul, through the quiet nights and the challenging days. If the answer is no, or I don't know, then you might be operating from a performative passion, and it is a signal to dig deeper, to find the true why, or to reevaluate your commitment. This test reveals the true source of your drive, and this is the transformational shift that I want to lead us from external approval to developing internal authenticity. So, here's your call for action today. Take a moment to reflect on your top 3 values, then choose one task, one effort, one project you are working on today, and consciously connect it to one of those values. And ask yourself, How does this task, even a small one, allow me to live out my true values? Ask yourself.